Hi, everyone. This is Peter Gianetti of Homepage News, and welcome to Rapid Fire with Circana. I'm joined again by Joe Derochowski, the Vice President and Home Industry Advisor for market analytics company Circana. In this episode of Rapid Fire, Joe will provide insights on Housewares sales during the first quarter of 2024 and share lessons learned from Q1 that can be applied as the year advances. So, Joe, if you're ready to go, let's get started.
Thank you, Peter. Yeah, let's go.
First question, how did Housewares perform at retail during the first quarter?
Housewares performed pretty much what we had on forecast with our future of home. Dollars were down 2.5%, units were down 4%. Now, there were some bright spots. Grilling was actually up in both dollars and units. Also, there were mixed results in the sense that home environment and kitchen electrics dollars were down, but units were up for home environment and flat for kitchen electrics. And the decline really still held in both dollars and units for housewares, personal care, major appliances.
Now, were there any categories that are clear winners in the quarter?
Well, the hot remained hot, and there was a return of some lockdown leaders. I mean, from a hot remained hot, we still had slow cookers, rice cookers, other cookers, which are a lot more egg-related and portable meals. Ice cream makers and pizza ovens did very well. Portable beverageware and salad spinners remained strong for housewares. In grilling, it was griddles and portable grills doing well. Major appliances, freezers, and ice makers did very well. Hot air stylers, flat irons, and men's electric shavers did really well the first quarter. And in floor care, stick vacuums, bare floor, deep carpet, and handheld specialty cleaning all did very, very well. So a lot of the ones that were hot in 2023 remained hot the first quarter. Now, there were some return of ones that were really strong during the lockdown, like canning had a very strong first quarter. Gas grills and charcoal, the fuel itself, actually did very well the first quarter. We saw mortar and pestle. A lot of the things that we would do for some keto diets had a little bit of a bump in return. And workshop vacuums did very well as well. So a little bit of hot remaining hot and a return of some of the lockdown leaders that we saw earlier.
Yeah, I think it just goes to show that you have to look at broader trends, but also understand that within the broader trends up and down, there are always very specific items that may be outperforming the overall rates of growth or decline. So, well, final question today. What are the lessons from the first quarter? And were there any surprises?
Well, the lessons are one, social media still remains a strong driver, a lot of sales. Again, we saw a lot of ones, portable beverageware, salad spinners, a lot of these other things doing very well, driven by social media. We see innovation, sadly, we saw it decline again. The number of new items compared to total items is still down from what it was a year ago, making it now 3 years straight. And then the one that's kind of it's a little bit of a surprise, and we've got two of them here. One is weather. Now, it's kind of a mixed bag. Heaters were one of the fastest growing items. In fact, in a 2-week period, we sold more than a year's worth of heaters. And we see it even in other areas in our clothing and other spots. And we also saw those 2 weeks, overall shopping went down. So weather clearly played an impact. But after those 2 weeks, which were cold, the rest was actually fairly nice. And I think that's part driving some of the grilling sales that we saw earlier. So it's a very mixed weather related the first quarter, but we learned how much of an impact that impacts our shopping and the categories we want. But the biggest surprise to me, and this is good news, and it's a thing I'm monitoring going forward here, is I'm starting to see the units pick up the last few weeks. In fact, the first 3 weeks of April, we see units for kitchen electrics, home environment, floor care, and personal care all up and up really strong each of those weeks. And seeing also what's happening with the pricing promotion, a lot of what we saw there happening with floor care in the first quarter is I think we're starting to hit that replacement mode a little bit quicker than what I was anticipating. And with that, it just makes any pricing and promotion efforts a little bit more effective at these times. So I want to continue to monitor it, but It really has me kind of watching the last little bit of the quarter and the start of the second quarter. We might be hitting that replacement phase a little bit quicker, which is obviously good news for the industry.
Well, that is encouraging news for the industry. Thanks again to Circana's Joe Derochowski for yet again providing revealing insights on the housewares business, and in this case, results from the first quarter and what to sort of look forward to as we move through the year. For Homepage News, I'm Peter Giannetti, and we'll see you next time on Rapid Fire with Circana.